AP World students, this is Mr. Reese telling you a little bit about the first monotheistic religions. Now, when it comes to the monotheistic religions, there's one up here that I actually don't have, and that is Zoroastrianism. And the big thing with that is that it is one of the first monotheistic religions that was seen mostly in the Persian Empire. It's also seen in all these different other areas of the Middle East and maybe even a little bit of Asia. So that's one other thing that you do need to know about, but not a whole lot. I'm actually going to start out with the first, by the way, when it comes to this, and that is Judaism. Now, as you know, Judaism is found in Israel, and the main primary source is the Torah. Now, the big thing here is that Abraham is the founder of this religion, and it was seen 3,300 years ago. And it is one of the first monotheistic religions when it comes to an area that is mostly polytheistic. Now, Israel, as you know, is right by Mesopotamia. It's also right across a couple of seas to the Mycenaean Peninsula, where we also get the starts of the Greek gods and goddesses. So that's Judaism for you. The next one I'm actually going to talk about is Christianity, which is going to be on this side. And when it comes to Christianity, the big thing with Christianity is that it started in ancient Rome, was actually seen as a pagan religion because it wasn't a polytheistic religion such as the Roman gods and goddesses. Now, the primary source is the Bible, as you can see. And the big thing with the Bible is that we have to ask for forgiveness when it comes to Christianity. It's not like the Roman gods and goddesses where a lot of people were damned to the underworld because of something that they did. They weren't just lost. They actually were able to be forgiven. The big thing with this also is that it was one of these... It was one of the first religions that becomes a state religion with Emperor Constantine in the Holy Roman Empire. And as you know, that will transfer into the Byzantine Empire as well. And that's where we start getting primary sources such as Justinian's Code. Okay, so the next religion that I'm going to talk about is Islam. Now, when it comes to Islam, this is one of the newer religions when it comes to monotheism. And the big thing with Islam, or Muslims, as we are going to call it, or the people that it are, is that it was found in the Arabian Peninsula. Now, the primary source is the Quran. I'm actually going to get that explain a little bit more when we talk about the creation story. And this is a pretty big one, so please take a couple of notes on this. The primary source tonight says the Quran, and the whole reason why it was found in the first place is because there were conflicts between Bedouin families, aka Bedouin tribes in the Arabian Peninsula, that were very rampant throughout the whole entire area. And as you know, Muhammad, the prophet of Islam, decided to, instead of trying to deal with conflict in the many different cities such as Mecca, he decided to go up to a cave to sleep that night. And that's where he ended up getting the visions from Gabriel the angel. And that's where he actually wrote the Quran, and he wrote that in one night. And the big thing with that is that there are 5 pillars of Islam. So I decided to actually space on these 5 pillars of Islam. So these are the 5 pillars. We first get Shahada, which is the reciting of the Muslim profession of faith. We get the Salat, which is performing ritual prayers in the proper 5 times a day. We also get Zakat, which is paying of an alms or charity to the poor and the needy. We get Sawm, which is the fasting during the month of Ramadan, and the Hajj, which is the pilgrimage to Mecca. When it comes to this, the other big thing with this religion is that you do need to be able to know that the religion spread through Africa because of the Silk Road. These Muslim traders actually started a lot of these Silk Road trading routes in northern Africa, and that is why many of the countries that we see today in northern Africa are mainly Muslim people. So those are the 3 major religions. I'll get out of the way so you can see Christianity again. But those are the 3 major religions when it comes to monotheistic religions in the ancient world. Let me know if you have any questions.